All right, cool. All right. So the pairings ended up being Henry is taking on Malcolm in the semifinals, and Cody is going to take on Jake.
Perfect.
So because Cody is the champion, he will go second.
So this doesn't count for my title defense, by the way. This is not.
This is not. Henry and Malcolm are going to go first. Malcolm, since you have more experience, pick question 1, 2, 3, or 4.
3.
3? Okay. So this is going to be speed round format. You'll have 20 seconds to open, 15 seconds to rebuttal. Once you will, if you speak first, you go first. You guys know the whole deal. So the question is, what horror franchise has had the most creative kills?
Saw.
Okay.
Horror. Of course, you got to go horror. Let's go with.
It was all horror based.
It's all horror.
Evil Dead.
Okay. All right, Malcolm went first, so you have 20 seconds. Time begins whenever you start talking.
Well, Saw by far has the most creative kills because you've got things like the bear trap. You've got the various other things. But yeah, Evil Dead just really doesn't have that creative kills.
Using the Chris Clark method. Who's playing music in the background?
It makes it so much more epic.
That was Malcolm's background music.
Yeah. It's like, let me put a score to this.
What does he want?
What movie is it?
I was playing Lego DC Supervillains.
Oh, okay.
It sounded epic. I love it.
It's still on, but yeah, whatever.
It's still on, but yeah.
Yes,
I mean, if it's distracting, I can turn it down. My remote's just being a dick.
That's okay. Yeah, just go ahead and turn it down real quick while I go.
Yeah,
and then just listen. All right.
I'll wait for it to go turn it down.
In New Zealand remotes. Always trying to turn up. All right, you guys ready?
There we go. All right, 20 seconds. Time begins whenever you start talking.
All right, so Saw's not that creative because it's ultimately just the same thing over and over again because the main goal is to be torturous. It's just to be, pornography for horror and gore. Whereas the Evil Dead, it actually has some depth to it with the characters. You got the cutting off the hand, you have the chainsaw. You're actually able to utilize the kills. And also in the exact other way, for the good guy killing the demons in Evil Dead, you actually have interesting characters. So they're not only creative, they're also heart-wrenching when they're dead.
All right, 50-second rebuttals. Malcolm, time begins.
Yeah, the problem with Evil Dead is cutting off the head, and that is all just generic for when it comes to killing. With Saw, you've got lots of they've got different ways to do it. It's not always the same in every movie.
All right, cool. Henry, 15 seconds. Time begins.
So maybe the actual traps themselves aren't the same, but the exact concept is the same. Ripping off the arms, twisting the head, cutting off in the middle with the saw, having a bear claw on the head. You have that in 2 different movies, so it's not that creative. Whereas in the Evil Dead, it has no budget. It's very practical, so that's always nice to see. And it also has comedy, so at least you're being creative and fun.
Okay, cool. Cody, your vote. Who gets it?
Well, Henry almost bit himself because he was like, how he's describing the deaths in Saw was better than what Malcolm was describing, so it could have actually went against it. But I think just Malcolm stumbled out of the gate. I couldn't get his footing, but I think he picked the right choice. He couldn't translate it. So I'll give it to Henry.
I've seen Saw.
Yeah.
All right.
You said
Jake.
bear trap, and I was like,
on paper, Malcolm, I think, had this, but Henry definitely gave a lot more about the Evil Dead and the deaths, so I'd give it to Henry.
All right. Cool. So I would have went to Malcolm because I feel like Henry wasted he lost what the question was about in a rebuttal. He talked more about it's like there's practical effects and there's humor and all that. I would have given a slight edge to Malcolm, but it was close. but Henry will advance on to the final. So that means
He
Cody
just
and
pissed
Jake.
you voted for Jen.
Cody, because you are the champion, 1, 2, or 4.
Oh, come on.
I'll take 1.
Okay, this is actually very fitting. So the question is, what is the best movie in the Evil Dead franchise?
Army of Darkness.
Evil Dead 2.
All right, so I heard Army of Darkness first. Cody, you got 20 seconds. Time begins whenever you start talking.
Army of Darkness is one of those things that took a totally deviate from the original Evil Dead, where made it campy, made it fun, made it bring out the best in Bruce Campbell. Evil Dead 2 was not as good as the first one, so it doesn't have the same effect as the first one. They're trying to just rehash the same stuff over and over. Where Evil Dead, the Army of Darkness, has that fun where Bruce Campbell can bring those enjoyment out of that character.
Okay, Jake, 20 seconds. Time begins whenever you start talking.
If the first Evil Dead is Michael Jackson's Thriller, then Evil Dead 2 is Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, where it was perfected and it reinvented what early horror movies can be. Evil Dead popularized everything that everybody remembers in classic horror films. The fact that that's the film in which Bruce Campbell gets his arm chopped off with the chainsaw, that is what became the iconic character of Ash.
All right, ending a couple seconds early. Cody, 15 seconds. Time begins whenever you start talking.
Thriller was way better than Smooth Criminal. You're high for saying that. But Army of Darkness is the main thing that made him go off into his own show and made the campiness. The chainsaw he elevated to beyond stuff in Army of Darkness, made it more of a creative. 2 is just basically a ripoff of 1. It's not that enjoyable. It's not that original. It's just, it adds a little bit, but they take it into new heights.
Okay, Jake.
Army of Darkness has neither evil nor dead in the title. Why would you call that part of the franchise when it doesn't even give a shit about its own franchise? That is more action than comedy. It does not give a shit about it being a horror, which is what the franchise is. Evil Dead 2 perfected everything that Evil Dead was lacking in. It completely categorized what is a horror film, and that's what Evil Dead 2 did. Fuck me.
All right.
Battle
I
the title.
suck at words.
Good luck. Wow.
I
hate that you're recording this, Henry. I don't know why. Why would
I think
you?
you did really well. I think you did.
I'm gonna go first, and I'm actually gonna give it to Jake because I do agree with Cody that Jake did well. I think Cody got a little bit pissy with the Thriller comment and then just kind of went off on that. Whereas Jake,
2 fucking seconds.
Oh,
2 seconds. You're an idiot.
That's
2
that's
seconds.
that's 2 of 15. Jake
Your money
took
argument. Go ahead.
yeah. Jake had the better arguments for me, but I am not alone in this decision. Malcolm, basically the arguments provided, who won.
Yeah, this was close, but I believe Jake had the edge. Like, this is one I had no idea about either of them, and Jake sort of convinced me that Evil Dead 2 is the better movie.
All right, so
Jake, hot takes. Hot takes.
Jake advances, but Henry, how would you have swayed?
I actually would have won Cody just because he hit the point of Ash had his own TV show, and it was because of Army of Darkness, and also Evil Dead 2 is a ripoff of Evil Dead 1 as far as the main plot. So I feel like he got him there, and you can tell that either Jake hasn't seen Army of Darkness or not enough because he wasn't really able to knock down Army of Darkness. So I think Cody's knockdown is better. Yeah.
Oh, but Brooklyn only heard about the music comment, and that's all he's just waiting. So good job, Brooklyn. That's why you don't win debates. Congratulations.
Good job. Good voting, Subrath. Good job. All right.
Wow. Well done.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was literally a Subrath because what you basically said was, he went on a tangent about Smooth Criminal and Thriller too much, and Jake did really good. Congrats. I think Jake battled well, but you could raise no points why Jake won that. Besides Smooth Criminal and Thriller. No, I think you played a great round. I think you did amazing. Their arguments are stupid. Like they have no justification on that one.
It's like, why do you like Watchmen? Because it's rewatchable. Fuck off.
It's rewatchable. Yeah.
All right, Brooklyn, what are we doing?
All right, so you got Henry versus Jake. Here.
Make it a music debate so you know what you're talking about.
Right. Boom, roasted.
Cody's just sour because he didn't get his way for the first time in a little while.
I don't care. I'm fine
Jake,
if you made valid points. You don't.
Jake, because you have beaten me in trivia, and Henry, we have never actually competed against each other. You will have the edge. So pick.
Just like you're voting for
Question
why did he win the
number
debate.
2.
Makes no sense.
We played.
Sorry, what's the numbers?
I know that guy.
2
2 or 4,
or
he
4.
said.
Let's go 4.
Okay.
Don't really matter.
Cody and Malcolm are gonna do number 2 because it's pretty funny. Number 4 is what horror franchise monster would you want to protect you?
The Thing from John Carpenter's 82 Thing.
Frankenstein's monster.
All right, so The Thing versus Frankenstein's monster. Jake, you will go first. 20 seconds. Time begins. And everything talking.
Numbers make the war. When you get in contact with the thing is going to turn you into a thing. So then there's 2, and then it multiplies to 4, then to 6, then to 8. That's what happens. Don't you want more of an army that's going to protect you in battle? What's the fucking Frankenstein? He's so slow. He's slow ass. What the hell is he going to run and chase someone? No, he's going to go so slow.
Time. All right, Henry. 20 seconds.
All right, so the thing with the thing, it doesn't reproduce. It just kills the person and then just moves on to the next host. Whereas Frankenstein's monster, if you have somebody actually trying to run and attack you, he's going to jump and he's so big he can protect you and you can run away. If they shoot you, he's going to take the bullet. He's got screws to his neck. He doesn't care about pain. And then you can run away or you can build up your defense. Whereas the thing, it's just going to kill you. It's not going to protect you. It's going to kill you and then take your body. You're going to be no longer there.
All right, 50 seconds.
I can literally use the same argument for Frankenstein. Why is he just not going to kill you? The thing about the thing is that you clearly have not seen John Carpenter's Thing, because once he gets in contact with you, he turns you into a thing like himself. So you're going to have more numbers to protect you in battle. Frankenstein is so slow. He's made of different body parts. He's just going to fall across. He's not going to run. He's not going to jump. He's not going to do any of that. He's so slow and he's durable. He's not durable.
I thought you were going to end that he's endurable.
English me not good.
That would be
That's impossible.
Brooklyn's debate style.
Cody's full of salt over there. 15 seconds. Henry, time begins. Today we're talking.
So if you look on paper, when you're with a thing and when you're with Frankenstein, odds are I created Frankenstein. He's Frankenstein's monster. I'm Frankenstein. He's there to protect me. If you're around the thing, odds are he's going to take over your body and be the host, and you're going to be dead. So I'd rather have somebody actually protecting me than killing me. And with that being said, the thing is actually scary, and Frankenstein's monster can be fun. Look at Young Frankenstein. It's fun.
Time. Okay. Although I disagree, Young Frankenstein was on my list, but it came off of my top 100. So Cody, who had the better arguments?
I think Jake talked too much about running and slow, but I think he had great rebuttals where he could take a lot of people out. But I'm gonna give it to Henry.
Thanks, Brad.
I'm just practicing what my host has put before me. So, yeah, you talking about screws too much. Sorry. You've never seen The Thing. I don't think that's very valid. I give it to Henry.
All right, Malcolm, with your actual. Let's go with Malcolm. Hopefully he'll be unbiased.
Oh, I was. I just think you had the better argument. Good. Sure.
It was very close, but I think Jake kind of took it away because for me his argument, his main argument about the fact that you can get a big army of the thing, it kind of sold it for me, but so I'm going to give it to Jake and force Brooklyn to be the tiebreaker.
Very sweet and simple. I'm actually giving it to Henry because Henry used the killing and hosting and essentially what is that is if you're becoming the host, then you're not actually being protected. You're just becoming part of the system.
Gosh awful tonight. You are gosh awful. I'm changing my vote. Jake had a way better argument. Jake wins. That's insane. You're insane right now.
Is that though?
He literally said jump. He said, Henry literally said, what is he going to do? He's going to jump and take the bullets and do all that stuff. Why, he literally said he's going to create an army to protect you, and you're giving it to Henry.
At what point in the thing does he actually create an army? Like, where are you getting that from?
He just wants to get another debate on your channel.
I have seen the thing. When are you getting an actual army going on? It just shifts from host to host, and every time it goes away from someone, they're dead.
When is Frankenstein going to jump?
It was metaphorically. He's going to jump in front of you.
I was more convinced as to why Frankenstein would protect you rather than the thing just
in a closed room.
You're becoming part of the system.
I created.
I'm switching my vote. This is not underruled. I'm switching my vote. Jake wins, hands down. That's crazy. If you watch this back, you are literally high. If you really believe that, you believed what you wanted at that point in the room. That's like. He literally took down every argument possible, and he just talked about he's got screws in his head, and he's indestructible, and he'll jump. Henry knows he didn't have the best argument, and that's why you're good at debate, because Henry knows exactly. Jake had a great argument on that one. Jake actually came to play. This is insane.
It's because I didn't do any
You're from Canada. Your opinions don't matter. I'm upset. I'm over this. I'm glad I wasn't on last night. I'm glad this debate didn't happen.
Cool. Yeah. So last question, if you guys want to tackle it, Cody and Malcolm.
For
what I like to call the horse's arse, because if you lose, you're the horse's arse because you finished fourth out of the four.
Yeah, and you've lost to me twice. Congratulations. Go ahead, continue.
Cool. Wow, it's just not going to stop. The last question is, what's the better film, Freddy vs. Jason or Alien vs. Predator?
Freddy vs. Jason.
That's awesome.
All right, I heard Freddy vs. Jason first. Cody, you know what to do.
Yeah. Lose by your judging. Okay. Freddy vs. Jason is at least those iconic characters that you have the characters that actually talk and have presentations that they can go back and forth, especially with Freddy with the different killing, going to the dream world, not going to the dream world. Alien vs. Predator was just like two semi-trucks running at each other. It's not cool. It's not exciting. They fight in Antarctica. The movie's just dumb all around, and even the creators knew.
Malcolm, 20 seconds.
Aliens vs. Predator is the better movie because you've got two iconic characters of Alien and Predator, and it's just so good. It's one of those ones which so good that you don't know. And the movie actually got a sequel. Freddy vs. Jason did not get a sequel.
Fucking
burn.
Fucking mic drop.
I'm glad that the sequel is the standard bearer if it's a good movie or not. Grown Ups 2 came out. Please don't tell me that. Freddy vs. Jason's at least you have humor, and you were able to have that back and forth with Freddy against Jason because Jason moves so slow and Freddy can come up and slice. Antarctica battling between Alien and Predator, that's just nothing no one needs to see, and I'm sad that they got a sequel.
Time, sir. There's...
You didn't say anything. That was the last time.
I 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I swiped, and then you.
Hey, Princess. There's only 4 cameras on here, and you're not one of them. So I'm not going to look up at the corner. Why don't you say time? And I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to the out swipe.
Malcolm, 15 seconds.
Me and Brooklyn are going to fight.
Freddy vs. Jason was boring as fuck. It didn't utilize the characters properly. Aliens vs. Predator had both mods.
Time.
Thank you. That's how you do it.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that it was vocalized and make sure that everybody got to
Good.
hear it.
Now a star is born. Now a star is born. Brooklyn. He's getting vocalizing his talents.
Henry.
Since Malcolm made me laugh in both of those movies combined, I'm going Malcolm.
Fair enough.
Jake.
Boring as fuck.
Cody made great points about Alien vs. Predator being just boring, and then it's in the Antarctica. But I'm giving it to Malcolm because he said there was a sequel.
And you're winner in third place.
The Brooklyn Veil judging. I love it. Thank you so much, guys.
So, what have we done today, Brooklyn?
Oh, who would you have given it to?
Doesn't
I really
matter.
like the snow because it reminds me of Canada, so I would have given it to Malcolm. Alien vs Predator was this close to making my top 100, so I'm giving it to Alien vs.
Alien vs Predator reminds me of the first one, so I love it.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once.
I mean, what makes that battle funnier? I've never seen Alien vs Predator at all.
Yeah, to say, neither of you
respect
brought
you,
up the
Malcolm.
shit human.
Malcolm, I'm glad that you beat me. Well done. Well
Yeah,
done.
you're clearly
Oh,
better.
that was great.
Fucking, you destroyed him. You were like, it has a sequel, mic drop.
There's a sequel, and it's boring. I mean, that was it.
Hey, I'm just announcing my retirement from debate. I can't compete with sequels and boring.
Goddamn right.